Next is perimeter and area. If the length and breadth of a rectangle are doubled, how many times the perimeter of the old rectangle will that be of the new rectangle? Now, to begin with, we'll just state that let the length of the old rectangle be x and the breadth be y. So as per the formula, perimeter is equal to twice length plus breadth. So the perimeter of the old rectangle will be twice x plus y. Now if the length and breadth of the rectangle are doubled, then our length will become x plus x is equal to 2x and breadth will become y plus y, which is 2y. So the perimeter of the new rectangle will be 2 times 2x plus 2y. Now 2x plus 2y both have 2 in common. Remove the 2 outside. 2 into 2x plus y. Now if you see 2x plus y is nothing but the perimeter of the original rectangle. So we can write, instead of 2x plus y, we can write perimeter of old rectangle. So 2 into perimeter of old rectangle is nothing but perimeter of new rectangle will be twice the perimeter of the old rectangle. Now if the side of a square is tripled, how many times the perimeter of the first square will that of the new square be? Now let the side of the original square be x. So perimeter of a square is 4 into side, which is 4x. Now if the side of a square is tripled, that is, it becomes x plus x plus x, that is 3x. Then the perimeter of the new square will be 4 into 3x. 4 into 3x is nothing but 12x, which can also be written as 3 into 4x, because we know 4x is the perimeter of the old square. So when we triple the sides, then the perimeter of the new square is thrice the perimeter of the old square when the side is tripled. Now find the perimeter of the given figure. Now first let us mark the figure. Looking at the diagram, we know that AB, side AB is equal to side EF plus side DC. So we know that EF is 15 and DC is 15. So side AB will be 15 plus 15, that is 30 meters. Now side BC is also side AE plus side FD. So side BC will be 10m plus 5m, which is 15m. So we know that perimeter of uneven figure is addition of all its sides. So perimeter of the figure is side AB plus side BC plus side DC plus side FD plus side EF plus side AE. And now we have all the sides. So when we add that, we get the number as perimeter. The next one says there is a rectangular garden with 40 meters, which is 40 meters long and 30 meters wide. A 2 meter wide path is to be paved inside the garden along its boundary using tiles which are 25 centimeter by 20 centimeter in size, and they have asked us to find out how many such tiles will be required. So you have a garden which is 40 meters long and 30 meters wide, and the pathway is supposed to be paved inside the garden along the boundary. So you have an outer garden and you have an inside garden which is not to be paved. So here area to be paved is equal to area of the entire garden minus the area not to be paved. Now area of the garden is 40 into 30, which is 1200 meter square. Now area, the length of area which is not to be paved will be what? 40, which is the length of the full garden, minus the 2 meter width from left and right. So you have the length of area not to be paved will be 40 minus 2 meter, that is 36 meters. Same thing with the breadth. which will be 30 meters minus 2 meter and 2 meter, which gives us 26 meters for the inside area, breadth of the inside rectangle, which is not to be paved. So area not to be paved will be 36 meters into 26 meters, that is 936 meter square. Now we have area to be paved will be what? 1200 meter square minus 36 meter square. So that gives us 26 meter 264 meter square, which on conversion to centimeters will be 26,40,000 centimeter square. Because the area of the tile is in centimeters, it is easier for us to convert from meters to centimeters. That's why we have converted the area to be paved into centimeter square, because the area of a tile is 500 centimeter square. So if one tile covers 500 centimeter square area, how many tiles will cover 26,40,000 centimeter square area? So the number of tiles will be 26,40,000 divided by 500, which comes to 5,280 tiles that will be required. Now the next example in our textbook is that a rectangular playground is 65 meter long and 30 meter wide. A pathway of 1.5 meter width goes all around the ground. Find the area of the pathway. Alright, that's our question. So the area of the pathway is, if now we've transferred this into a figure. So looking at the figure, the area of the pathway is area of PQRS minus area of ABCD, because the pathway is along all around the ground outside it. Okay, so you have a in this rectangle PQRS, your breadth is AB plus 1.5 plus 1.5, because that is the pathway width. So your AB, which is actually 30, plus 3 meters gets added, and that is the breadth of your rectangle PQRS, which comes to 33. Then you have the length, which is AD, that is 65 in original, plus 1.5 on one side width and 1.5 on the other side. So 65 plus 3, 68 meters is the breadth for rectangle PQRS. Now area of rectangle PQRS will be 68 meters into 33 meters, which gives us 2,244 meters square. Area of ABCD, which we already know, 65 meters into 30 meters, which is 1950 meters square. So area of pathway will be area of PQRS minus area of ABCD, which gives us 294 meters square. Now the question says the area of a rectangle is 102 centimeters square, and if the length is 17 centimeters, what is its perimeter? Now we know area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So you substitute the values. 102 is equal to 17 into breadth, and breadth will be area upon length, which is 6 centimeters. Now we also know perimeter of a rectangle is twice length plus breadth. So we substitute the values that we have got. Now we've got breadth also as 6 centimeters, so we substitute the value, and on using it in the formula we get perimeter to be 46 centimeters. Now they are saying if side of a square is tripled, how many times will its area be as compared to the area of the original square? Now area of a square is side square. Okay, so if side of a square is tripled, the new side will be s plus s plus s, that is 3s. So area of the new square will be 3s whole square. which comes to 9s square. So 9 into s square means area of our original square. So area of a square. So area of a new square is equal to 9 times area of the original square if the side of a square is tripled. A square field has each side 70 meters, whereas a rectangular field has length 50 meters and breadth 40 meters. Which of the two fields has greater perimeter and by how much? Perimeter of a square we know, 4 into its sides, so 4 into 70 meters, that comes to 280 meters. Perimeter of a rectangle also we know, twice length plus breadth, so 2 into 50 plus 40, that comes to 2 into 90, which comes to 180 meters. So square field has greater perimeter by 100 meters because 280 minus 180 is equal to 100 meters. Now they have told us that a rectangular field has length 160 meters and breadth 120 meters. They have asked us to find the perimeter of the field, the length of fence required to enclose the field, and the cost of fencing the field at the rate of 80 rupees per meter. So we start our solution by finding perimeter of the rectangle since we have the length and breadth. So perimeter of a rectangle is twice length plus breadth. So using the values, we get perimeter of the rectangle to be 560 meters. Alright. Then we have length of the fence required to enclose the field is nothing but perimeter of the field. So perimeter of the field is 560 meters. So that is the length of the fence required to enclose the entire field. Now cost of fencing the field at rate 80 rupees per meter. Cost of fencing the field is equal to what? Perimeter into rate per meter. So 1 meter, to cover 1 meter, the cost is 80 rupees. So to cover 560 meters, the cost will be 560 meters into 80 rupees. That comes to 44,800 rupees for fencing the cost of fencing. Now, each side of a square plot of land is 55 meters. Find the cost of fencing the plot at the rate of 32 rupees per meter. Single fencing of the square plot is nothing but perimeter of the square plot. Perimeter of the square plot is 4 into each side, which is 4 into 55, that gets us 220 meters. Now to fence the plot at the rate of 32 rupees per meter, it will cost us 1 meter 32 rupees. So 220 meters will be 220 meters into rupees 32. That is 7,040 rupees will be the cost. Now the question is, each side of a square field is 70 meters. How much distance will a boy walk in order to make 1 complete round of the field, 8 complete rounds of the field? Now to start the solution, we should ascertain that 1 complete round of the field is nothing but the perimeter of the square field. Side of the square is already given, that is 70 meters. Using that, we can find the perimeter of the square, which is 4 into each side. So perimeter of the square field will be 4 into 70 meters, that is 280 meters. Now the boy will walk 280 meters in order to make 1 complete round of the field. Then 8 complete rounds of the field is nothing but 8 into perimeter of the square. So 8 into 280 meters, that gets us 2,240 meters. So the boy will have to walk a distance of 2,240 meters to complete 8 rounds of the field. Mohit makes 8 full rounds of a square field with of a rectangle field with length 120 meters and breadth 75 meters. John makes 10 full rounds of a square field with each side 100 meters. Find out who covers larger distance and by how much. Now 1 round of the rectangular field is equal to perimeter of the rectangular field. So perimeter of the rectangular field is twice length plus breadth. So on substituting the values, we get perimeter of the field to be 390 meters. Now 8 full rounds will be nothing but 8 into the perimeter of the field. So 8 into 390 meters, that comes to 3120 meters. So Mohit covers a distance of 3120 meters. Now 1 round of the square field is equal to perimeter of the square field. Perimeter of a square is equal to 4 into each side. So since the side of the square field is 100 meters, perimeter of the square field is 4 into 100 meters, that is 400 meters. 10 full rounds is nothing but 10 into perimeter of the square. So 10 into 400 meters comes to 4000 meters. So John covers a distance of 4000 meters. So John covers larger distance by 4000 meters minus 3120 meters, that is 880 meters. For a rectangular piece of paper, area is 96 centimeters square and length is 12 centimeters. We have to find its perimeter. So using this information, we can find out the breadth, because area of a rectangle we know, length into breadth. Substituting the value, we'll get the value of breadth, which is 8 centimeters. Now using the values that we have got and which have already been provided in the perimeter of a rectangle formula, we get the perimeter of the rectangle, which is 2 into 12 plus 8, that comes to 40 centimeters. A wire is bent in the form of an equilateral triangle of each side 20 centimeters. If the same wire is bent in the form of a square, find the side of the square. Now, first we need to know that a wire bent in the form of a equilateral triangle is equal to perimeter of the triangle. So perimeter of an equilateral triangle is equal to 3 into each side. So perimeter of the triangle is 3 into 20, that is 60 centimeters. Now same wire is used for the square. So perimeter of the triangle is equal to perimeter of the square. Perimeter of the square then will be 60 centimeters. Perimeter of a square is nothing but 4 into each side. So 60 is equal to 4 into S. So we get our side as 15 centimeters. So side of the square is 15 centimeters. A rectangle with length 18 centimeters and breadth 12 centimeters has same perimeter as that of a regular pentagon. Find the side of the pentagon. Now perimeter of the rectangle is equal to perimeter of the pentagon that they have said. So perimeter of a rectangle we know twice length plus breadth. So we find out the perimeter of the rectangle, we get 60 centimeters. Perimeter of a pentagon is same 60 centimeters. Perimeter of a pentagon has 5 sides, so perimeter of a pentagon will be 5 into each side. On substituting the values, we get the side as 12 centimeters. So the side of the pentagon is 12 centimeters. What will happen to the area of a rectangle if its length and breadth both are doubled? So let the original length and breadth of the rectangle be L and B respectively. Area of a rectangle is length into breadth, so the original area will be LB. Now increased length will be L plus L, that will become 2L, and increased breadth will be B plus B, that is 2B. So new area will be 2L into 2B, that is 4LB. Now 4 into LB is nothing but 4 times the area of original rectangle, because LB is the area of the original rectangle. So area of the new rectangle will be 4 times the area of the original rectangle.